Hey everybody, this is Spike Kamal and Dr. Jason live from Long Island, New York, and other parts of the Northeast. How you guys doing?
Could be better.
How are our viewers?
I didn't look at the market all day today because
Yeah,
I was working. So
before you came on, Spike, I was telling Kamal every morning I pray for world peace, and Kamal says you got to lower your expectations. Ask for something easier.
I mean, that's a huge request, man.
Huge request. Yeah,
I guess.
There's instability everywhere in China, Taiwan, and the Middle
yeah.
East, and Ukraine and Russia, like all over the place.
And Biden says no more trips to China. So I guess
Nvidia and Biden.
you got to short Nvidia and what is it, Lay's.
We gotta short them. I guess. Well, that's why Nvidia took a 5% hit. I'm saying.
I think that's why.
Well, we don't have they don't have enough customers in the United States.
Well, China's a pretty major market, so
Yeah, but I thought they were selling more than they were buying.
Mark wants to know about Athesis. We're going to look at the chart. I saw it at a dime. I was thinking of buying it at a dime, but I said it'd probably go to a nickel.
Yay!
I don't know what it did. It probably went up, but
Is that
otherwise, Mark,
before or after another reverse split?
yeah, it's at this point in time, it's a bargain, but it's probably worth only a dime.
When you say a nickel, I remember the story. I met this old guy who said he used to go on the ferry to Statue of Liberty at some point many years ago for a nickel.
Yeah, that's true. That might have been me. I used to take the Staten Island ferry from Brooklyn for a nickel.
I was there maybe 5 years ago, and it was like $20-something
Yeah,
per person.
yeah. Well, it was very, very cheap back in the 50s. The subway cost a dime to put it in
Yes, those
perspective.
those were the days when a slice of pizza and a subway ride were very highly correlated.
I used to go into the old Yankee Stadium with friends. I would get two hot dogs, a Coca-Cola, large Coca-Cola, two hot dogs, general admission tickets. We'd sit behind home plate in the upper tiers, all for a dollar, including car fare, including the 10 cents each
You
way.
really are dating yourself.
Yeah, it was a buck.
I was
We got two games for the buck.
You're right, and it was a double header.
Double header.
I was with my daughter the other day at the supermarket, and we were in the parking lot, and there was a quarter on the road, on the street. Okay, so I said to my daughter, "Pick it up. There's a quarter." She said, "It's not worth it. Doesn't buy anything."
That was like that old joke where
Like you cannot buy anything with a quarter. I'm
if
like, "Oh."
if Bill Gates was walking down the street and a $500 bill fell out of his pocket, it would take more time for him to bend down and pick up the $500 bill than for him to make $500.
Oh, sure. He makes $500 in a nanosecond.
Oh,
Look who's joining us. Something must be brewing with Sava.
Dancer.
With Sava. Now it only costs one Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
yeah.
Very good. Very good dancer.
28 grand, one Bitcoin. And Mark wants to know about Athesis. So we're going to look at Sava. We're going to look at Athesis.
Yeah.
Let's dedicate this show to BioDrek.
All right.
CRISPR,
you're gonna lose a lot of viewers that way.
CRISPR.
Well, Sava did take a 12% jump.
We're just going to lose a lot of we're going to lose a lot of viewers' money that way.
Right. So you said you bought some Sava yesterday, right?
I bought quite a bit of Sava. I bought. I
So
didn't buy any.
you got that 12. You got that 12% gain.
Yeah, but I bought it. My average is 13.28.
Well, lucky you. Mine's still in the 70s.
And well, I sold it in the 20s, but I think it's. I think it's all the same bullshit repackaged.
So you think this is really a short play? That this isn't anything to really worry about?
Oh, I worry about everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big worrier, but
I mean, I was sort of hoping that a scientist from CUNY would show more integrity than all this.
well, they're picking on this guy from CUNY partly because he's from CUNY. If he was from Harvard, I don't think they'd be picking on him like that.
Okay.
Partly because of that. And the guy, in his own defense, he said the people who are analyzing my ink blots don't even know what an ink blot is from CUNY.
Uh,
In other words, he was casting aspersions at the reviewers.
I did catch that in some of the literature. That it's something to do with that this is the current standard.
Yeah, I mean, it had to do with the integrity of his data, and I don't think he was altering the slides in any way. He denies doing that. I don't think he did that.
Right.
And even if he did, the MOA is well established now from the trials. Doesn't really matter, the preclinical stuff. Let's see what MA says.
Yeah, that's true.
The reviewers were communicating with the shorts. I'm sure they were. And the shorts might have paid off some people to get it published. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, the shorts have made a lot of money on this collapse of Sava. So I think in general, XBI bounced today off the lows. Maybe it's time for a little labu.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think simul film, whatever you call it, is a real thing. That's my opinion. Simulfalum, whatever you call it. I think it's a real thing. Let's look at some charts.
Okay.
Or maybe we should look at some ink blots.
Yeah, Altimmune took a hit. DermTech took a hit.
Yeah. The shorts made money on paper. Let's see what happens when they have to close 36% short of flow. I hope they get burned on it. I don't like shorts making money on a concerted attack like that on a small company that can't really defend itself. Plus the fact that I now own Sava again, so I have something going. Let's look first at XBI or SP. Well, let's look at the averages. The S&P closed flat. The Dow was up basically flat. The NASDAQ down 0.25%.
Yeah, it was down a lot this morning.
Look at the Russell, bucked the trend, up 1%. Russell includes BioDrec heavily. So BioDrec probably didn't have a bad day. It was up 9 cents, the XBI. That's something. 9 pennies. What do you want me to click on? S&P, Dow, Qs, Russell.
How about the IWM?
Huh?
How about the IWM?
Okay, Russell. Same thing. Let's go for 1 year. The IWM, it looks like it put in a double top here at 2000, right? And now it's really found good support right about where it's trading at. Excellent support at 1710, just below where it's trading at. I mean, it's a big range, but it's a neat horizontal trading range. Very neat, 1700, 10, something like that. And on the top, this double top right around here. I know it's a big range. Well, you just trade it between the lines for now. You go, when it's on the bottom like it is now, you go a target at midway, right? So 17 to 2 is 1850 would be my target if I were to buy it now, with a stop loss below 17. I think it's worth buying.
Yeah, I got in last week.
Yeah, so you think it's worth buying, right? I mean, it looks like pretty strong support where I drew the line, no?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So you don't have that much to lose compared to what you have to gain. 1850 versus 1700, you're looking at a 2-to-1 shot. Or on the IWMs, slightly different numbers, but let's see what it is on the tradable ETF. Same chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
But during last year or 2 years ago, it was living in 210.
Yeah. But it is a good idea to buy. I think it's a good idea to buy this. Buy it at 174 with a stop loss at, what is it, 168, something like that. And targeting what's midway between 175 and 200, whatever that is.
187.
All right, 187. It looks like a good spec. I like I'll take the up, not the down on this one. And the same with S&P and so on. I think we're gonna bounce. Despite all the world tensions, all the geopolitical nonsense, despite not having a speaker, despite not having the government shutting down on us, all of that, we're gonna go up. Despite the banks being in a precarious position, despite all the worries, there's always a wall of worries, you know. It sounds pretty ominous. The interest rates are high, and real estate is doomed, and commercial real estate is doomed, et cetera, et cetera. But yet the market is going to go up. It's going to defy logic and go up to new highs. It almost always goes the wrong way or the right way. I don't know. You can come up with a million reasons why it's going to collapse. Imminent recession, right? Or maybe we're in one already. All of that. We ignore it all and we go long. That's my opinion. In my opinion, we just go long.
IMHO.
Yeah, just go long. You're much better off being long the market right now than short. CRISPR. What did he say? Halloween? What Halloween?
Oh, yeah, right. Halloween.
The gremlins are coming with the advisory committee. Halloween. My pumpkin is half eaten already. I was away for the week. I came back. It's half eaten.
It's probably the rabbits.
Probably the rabbits are feasting on it. Yeah.
So Curtis is saying that that ARDX is having a PDUFA today.
Ah, Mazel Tov.
Well, we got to see what happens.
It'll do okay. They'll pass it, and then
Don't count your tubs before they're.
And then it'll collapse after they pass it. You know.
Probably.
You got to get out with the news. That's the way BioDrek works. Look at its channel on CRISPR. My goodness. It's a tough channel, but I think
Waits for something.
I think this bottom is good. This bottom right here at 42-ish. I know we went below it, but not by much. 42-ish looks good.
Not since we talked, Tony.
Buy at 42, sell at 51. Especially if they get a green light up from the AdCom committee, right? The AdCom on the 30th. 30 days has September, April, June. Wait a second. What's that rhyme? 30 days has September, April, June, and November.
Right.
All the rest have 31. So Halloween is what? The
31st.
31. Okay. So on the 31st, You sell CRISPR at 52. When it gets a unanimous vote yes on the AdCom for its what do you call it, sickle cell disease
And
drug.
they said it was sickle cell and thalassemia.
That's the one I can never remember. Thalassemia.
That's otherwise called Cooley's anemia.
Ah, okay. It's good I have smart people on with me that actually pay attention, you know.
It's that T-shirt, man.
It's a T-shirt.
Somebody was asking me, is Spike really as smart as I claim that he is? Yes, he's very smart.
I have my moments.
Very smart. All right, CRISPR, it's going to follow that little trend line that I just drew up. It's going to, I'm going to really get excited when it breaks this pivot at 45, 55. We want to see that broken. How about this week? We take that out.
That'd be nice.
That would be very nice. Blue, my heart. What's that song? Blue
Moon.
No, not Blue Moon. Blue, my heart is blue.
Oh, Love is Blue.
Love is blue.
It's really it's an instrumental.
Yeah.
Every now and then somebody gets bold and tries to put words onto it.
I think there are words, aren't there?
Yeah, they are, but they're just
Yeah.
hard to sing coherently.
I can't sing anything, so in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, so I want to take a look at the other sickle cells.
Zeta says shorts are done with Sava.
The other sickle cell play was up nicely today, 4%. Blue, and it's also trading right at support. Buy both. What do you got to lose? It's only money. Buy both blue and CRISPR on the sickle cell plays. They can both be approved, right?
That's true.
They don't have to. It's not like one of them has to be denied. But of course, it's a good backup because if they deny, the outcome is bad for whatever reason on CRISPR, then this one might get a pop just on that.
It's spreading your risk.
Do you think? I mean, I don't expect that the outcome will be bad, but you never know. It's already trading above the main downtrend line, so it's just got to stop going down. But level out right here at this 290 area where it closed. Just level out, and I expect it to test the 50 rather soon. So I would expect around 330 something, which is a nice swing trade if that's what you want to do. So swing it to 332 with a stop loss below the low here, which is 285. So stop at 280, swing it to 332. It's better than yo 11 at the casinos, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's a better play than yo 11. By the way, I hit out of 200 contestants for the FanDuel on the baseball game yesterday. I came in first.
Oh,
nice.
I picked every single player that hit a home run I had.
Wow.
Yeah, I made 200 for 10. Unfortunately, it was best of. I think it was top. I forget how they divided it up, but it wasn't winner take all. So
you didn't get your odds for sure.
I got 200 for 10. It's okay. I'll take it. But I had a perfect. I had the nuts, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
I had Harper was my MVP. And then I had Schwarber for 2. That would be 1.5 times. And then I had Padermo on the other team. I had Castellano on Philly. and I had one other guy that did nothing. I forgot his name on Diamondbacks. I had one loser, but good enough to come in first. You know, I won a few bucks on the Monday Night Football also on FanDuel. I'm getting pretty good at FanDuel.
That was a hard game to watch.
It was.
Yellow flags were just flying.
I didn't watch too much of it. I watched a little of it.
It was annoying to watch.
I like BioDrek. I think it's going to finally move up a little in general.
What's the story with the second line you just drew?
I don't know. It's just a line.
Sometimes a line is just a line.
Sometimes a line is just a line. But blue and CRISPR, in my opinion, should be bought on the sickle cell drugs that they have. I think they both get approved. I think they should both move up to the end of the year. I think it's December. I don't remember dates. Beginning in December for blue.
Yeah, say before New Year's.
Maybe end of December for CRISPR, something like that, or something like that. So yeah. All right. So my feeling is it's a buy. BioDrek is looking better. Blue and
That's why it's called BioDrek.
BioDrek. Yeah. How about Athesis? What's it doing? I know it was a dime. Did it pop off the bottom?
No, it's still below a dime, just a below.
Well, I thought about buying it at a dime, but the problem is it might go to a nickel. I said to myself, yeah, the dime is pretty cheap, but a nickel, I'd lose half my money.
I mean, the company right now is worth $2.7 million, which is...
Well, maybe you and I will chip in, Kamal.
Just buy the damn thing and get it over.
Buy the whole company.
Set the appropriate endpoints for your stupid experimentation and collect a win for yourself for a change.
I mean, it comes down to a dime. The charts are really not worth looking at. But what can we say? I mean, all kinds of negative news brought it down there. Now they're saying they're not sure that they have enough peoples in the trials for statistical significance. What happened till now that they didn't know that?
Right, exactly. It's only been 6 years. That's all.
It took them a long time to figure that out. I don't know. I'm disgusted with this one. It's trading below. It's trading way in oversold territory, though. It could pop. I mean, when you get down this low, you could get a nickel and make 50. Nickel will make you 50 cents, or a pickle, buy you a pickle, one or the other. This is what intrigues me a lot. I think Bitcoin is ready to launch, personally.
This is probably your favorite BioDrek.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is going to launch. I think it's going to retest this pivot, the high that it made here at 3181. And whether it goes through it or not I'm not sure, but I think it's going to retest that. So you can make a lot of money just on that alone. I like Bitcoin. I think it's more likely to test the highs than to retest the recent lows at 25,640. So I like Bitcoin. It's like an even money play. Maybe I'm better off giving out my fantasy picks. I've been really hot on FanDuel. Maybe I should play the bigger prizes, like the $1 million pools. I don't usually play them. It's hard to come out number one when you have 100,000 people playing against.
Exactly.
Just a little harder. All right, so Bitcoin if it breaks through you see it hit the other day 29.44, but it closed the other day at 28.51. 28.519 it closed. I want to close above that tomorrow, let's say this week. That will reaffirm in my mind that we're going to go to the highs. You see, it's trading exactly midway. This line right here. It's exactly midway. According to my eyes, it's midway. I didn't do the math, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
Very close to the middle. So I want a clear signal that we're moving up, and that would be a close above yesterday's candle. That's what I'm looking for Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Kamal's going to make money on Mara. I'm convinced it's going to be a big one for you. I know you're behind the 8 ball now, but I think it's going to make you money.
Yeah, my average is just a little 1067 or 1068.
That's really not too much. You didn't overpay.
Yeah.
I think you actually got a bargain, even though it's trading lower now. It was up just a little higher, it gave back a little today, but it's bouncing off those lows. I don't think you're going to see the lows again, 718. So I think we're going up from here on Bitcoin and the miners and MicroStrategy. I think this long downtrend from the middle of July is going to get broken. So, and I feel that way about the S&P as well. So let's take a look at SPY. And with the sava, of course, is intriguing, but SPY is also intriguing. And we have a beautiful bounce off the 200, right? Last week, when I was on with Kamal when were we on? Friday?
Friday.
I thought it might come down and retest the 200, which would put it at about 421.64. We still might, but I don't think so. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking it's gonna go to the 100, 50, 100 and the 50 where they intersect. Let's say the 100, which is at 439 rather. So I think it's going to either go through the 439 mark or come back down. Well, that doesn't say much, right? It's got to do one or the other. But I'm not sure which one it's going to do. So wait and see. If it crosses, go long. If it comes back down, look to go long at 421 because that's
Professor Omar has been sort of lightening up a little bit.
He every day is a different story with him. So I mean, he told me 470. Now he's telling you. What is he telling you?
Yeah, we haven't talked directly. I'm just looking at his tweets.
All right, I'll have to talk to him. But he looks to get every little twist and turn correct. He can make you crazy. So if you're calling 470, stick to the call. Don't look to call the in-betweeners. I mean, I guess I do it too.
No, I'm just looking for a little bit of a breather.
Well, if you get a breather, I don't think you're going to get a breather lower than 421. If you do,
I'm saying a breather on the upside. I'm thinking just let it. It looks like it's ready to air out a little bit. Go.
Yeah, that's why you went long IWM. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
We're getting a negative cross on the 50 and 100, however, which is a little bearish, but I can live with that. We don't have a choice because we're getting it. So
right.
If you and it's conceivable that it trades between the red and the black, between the 100-day and the 200-day, as the 200-day continues to move up. We may get some choppiness between 440 and 420. That's what it really looks like. It looks like go both ways. Go long, go short, go long. That's how it looks. But I'm still optimistic. I don't rule out a break of the 100 and the 50 to the upside. I would love that to happen. But somehow I think we very well may get this choppy trading between the 100 and the 200. A couple more of these zigzags before we break out. The end of the year will be up. We'll be up to Professor Omar's 470 or higher. Of course, Professor Omar is waiting for the collapse afterwards,
Well, right. At first it was the collapse before, but what you see here from a couple of weeks ago seems to be at least a mini collapse.
Spending a lot of time bullshitting about the SPY and the direction of the market when the truth of the matter is nobody really knows. Nobody knows whether it's going to go through that 100 or bounce back, including Professor Omar. We don't know either. All right. Let's try a little Labu. Labu or XPI?
Either one.
I'll ABU. I prefer.
But the thing is, that's too low. I think XPI you could see more.
Man,
I think if we cross this line, we're going to move up sharply. That would be the $73. Got to get above it. If we don't get above it, it's going to go down. It's been in a downtrend. So we have to break that downtrend by closing above 73. That's the bottom line here. Wait and see. Too early to be sure. Need confirmation here. I have a feeling it's going to go up, but you can't really bet on it. Bet a feeling, can you?
you can. That's what you were doing with your FanDuel stuff.
Well, not really. You mean my FanDuel is more than a field players. The players that I picked were hot for the most part, and Castellanos has been hot. What's his name? Their
Well,
star.
Bryce Harper was having some troubles these days, wasn't it?
Bryce Harper has been hot, and Schwab is always a home run threat. And the guy Padermo, I just needed someone for 500. What do they call it? 500 to 5,000, whatever it was. I needed a low price player, so I took him. All right, I got lucky there, but the other three were not more than luck, I think, maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's wrong. I like to think I had some intelligence behind.
Oh, I mean, the hunch plays still play.
This is a nice support area, right there, right at this 1673 level, which we busted through. So now that's going to be the resistance. 1673. It's a great swing trade to 1673. If you buy it here and you sell half at 1673 and keep the rest for your grandchildren, or your great grandchildren.
Yeah, right. Eventually this will work.
Maybe. I'm optimistic because
we don't really have any mavens around, but of Sava, Anovis, and Anavex, which one seems to be closest, or Lilly, which one seems to be closest to Biogen in terms of showing stuff?
Sava is safer and has a beat on efficacy according to what trials we've seen.
Right.
Lilly drug is better than the Biogen one.
Right.
But I think
that's why I'm still sticking with Lilly as well.
Sava is the best that we've seen, provided they're on the up and up, which I think they are. I mean, what are they doing? They're not faking the trial data, so that's not happening. All right, so I like Sava, but could I be wrong? Sure. I don't think I'm wrong in terms of it not being a scam. It's not a scam. It's just a short attack. We've lived through these before, so I'm not that worried about any SEC investigation or anything like that.
Right.
It's just a question of does the drug pan out or not, and I think it will. So yeah, I mean, this you could add a zero onto the price of this if the data, if it's any good at all, right?
Yep.
What's the market cap now? Well under $1 billion, right? I think.
Yeah, it's under $1 billion.
So you could add a zero. What is it? 800 million?
I'll tell you in a sec.
Probably. If
Yeah, it's actually 600 million.
600 million. So 6 billion. It's cheap. 6 billion. If it's any good at all, it's worth 6 billion. So you can make 10 times the money here. You could do almost as well as I did on FanDuel. I made 20 times my money. All right. What else should we look at? Beam is horrible. CRISPR. We talked a lot about CRISPR, right? We
Did
said
you want to look at Super Micro?
Yeah, I like that one. I've been buying nvda and Supermicro like crazy. It stopped going up exponentially, but it can't go up exponentially forever, right? The 50 is crossing the 100 in the wrong direction. I don't like that.
Right.
It might take a breather here. It's buy the dip, any dip. If you're lucky enough for it to come down to 228, open up your bank account and splurge. I'm just buying it. I don't care because I want to average in. I don't have enough. I'm not even looking at the chart. I think it's a major player in the AI revolution. That's what is first beginning, the AI revolution. I like IBM. The way they're advertising Watson X. Did you see it?
Yeah, I have. I'm surprised that one's not getting bandwagon play.
It's really cool. I mean, this is a forgotten AI play.
Right, they were saying, listen, we've been around longer than ChatGPT. We beat Ken Jennings years ago.
Yeah. Gary Kasparov will attest to the virtues of IBM AI. The Russian chess champion,
Yes.
right? He got well beaten.
Curtis is saying that RDX just got halted.
Well, good luck on that one, Curtis.
He just say he wants to know whether or not that's good news or bad news.
No, they always halt it. It's neither good nor bad.
Because the PDUFA is today, so
Yeah, neither good nor bad. But I'll throw it into the charts anyway. Now you can't tell anything from the charts. On the PDUFA day. So it's actually good that it's been weak over the last week. Weekends bailing. I'm hoping it gets approved for those that are holding on. I have no way of knowing from the chart though. Really, it's crapshoot. 50-50. I never can tell from the charts on PDUFA day. Same like earnings. I'd rather go long on a company that's down the day of the earnings report rather than up. Just my thinking on that. What else did I list? Anything?
You listed SPY, Sava, nvda, AMD. You didn't look at CRISPR and bits. So the only one you didn't do is AMD. We're running late anyway, so we could do that and then go.
I bought some more today, for whatever that's worth.
Huh, okay.
It's following that ascending trend line up pretty nicely. I think it's going to test the 110 area. The thing is, I probably won't take any profits. So it's
This is another
immaterial.
long term. This is another long term AI play, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it pays to sell it unless you're prescient and you figure sell it 110, buy it 100. If you want to play that game, go ahead. It might work for you.
Looks like that channel you built doesn't really make a lot of sense anymore.
Did I get all the biodrex I wanted to look at?
Anything that was on your list, yes.
Yeah. Trying to remember. Did I have anything else? I guess not. All right.
All right, we can call it.
Bank of America was up today, right, on earnings?
All right, yes.
Yeah.
But you're not worried about Bank of America. You're worried about the smaller ones.
I'm worried about the PNCs of the world. Yeah. I think that was up today too. I don't know if it was on earnings. Those are the ones that scare me, the regional banks.
Mm-hmm.
So we covered a lot of ground, but the theme is biodrec will come back eventually, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. This is a credo.
Mark calling me a degenerate for playing on FanDuel.
Guys, calling the people you're winning against.
Oh, okay. I got you. It could be a head fake on XBI. I hope so, man. I hope it does break out. I really do. I might take a flyer on it myself. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for coming. Kamal, I forgot to let you tell your story about the three guys praying to God.
You guys praying?
Next time, okay?
Yeah, next week.
Next time.
All right, adios, amigos. Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.